Mark had always idolized his father, David, a respected doctor, a loving husband, and the man everyone in their small town admired. But when David suddenly died of a heart attack, the truth surfaced in the most horrifying way. At his funeral, a woman appeared at the back of the church, holding the hand of a teenage boy. She looked furious. Mark's mother turned pale. The woman stormed to the front and threw a stack of DNA test results onto the casket. "Your husband was living a double life," she screamed. "This is his son." Gasps filled the room. Mark stared at the boy. The resemblance was undeniable. David had been having an affair for 17 years. The woman had no idea he was married. When she found out about his death, she did her own digging and discovered that she wasn't the only mistress. Mark later learned that his father had 3 other children from different women across the country. His father wasn't a hero. He was a fraud. And now, his legacy was nothing but lies. As the church descended into chaos, Mark felt his entire world crumble. The man he had worshipped, the man who taught him right from wrong, had built his life on deception. His mother sat frozen, staring at the DNA results in silence. Mark turned to the boy, the half-brother he never knew existed. For the first time in his life, he saw his father for who he truly was. Not a hero. Not a role model. Just a man who thought he could outrun the truth. But in the end, the truth always caught up. The whispers in the church grew louder. Some guests rushed to comfort Mark's mother, while others stared in shock, murmuring about the scandal that had just shattered the illusion of David's perfect life. Mark clenched his fists. His father had always preached about integrity, about honesty. Yet, here he was, exposed in death as a liar, a cheater, a man with secret lives and hidden families. The woman who had interrupted the funeral was still shaking with rage, gripping her son's hand tightly. "He told us he was working late, traveling for medical conferences," she said bitterly. "I trusted him. And now, I find out he was playing all of us." Mark didn't know what to say. His mother, usually so composed, looked completely broken. Taking a deep breath, he stepped forward, looking at the teenage boy, his half-brother. "What's your name?" Mark asked. The boy hesitated before answering. "Ethan." Mark nodded. The kid had done nothing wrong. Neither had his mother. They were victims, just like him. Just like his own mother. Just like the other unknown children David had left behind. With a slow, steady voice, Mark spoke not to the guests, not to his father's casket, but to the people his father had deceived. "I'm sorry," he said, though he wasn't sure who he was apologizing for, his father, himself, or the lies they had all unknowingly lived under. "We deserve the truth. All of us." His mother reached for his hand, squeezing it tightly. She was still shaking, but there was something else in her eyes now, something stronger. Determination. "We will get through this," she whispered. "Without him." And with that, they walked away from the casket, from the mourning guests, from the carefully constructed lie that had been their life. David's legacy was in ruins. But Mark and his mother? They would build something real,